Deep Work, by Cal Newport. Summary and Key Ideas. Cal Newport is a professor of computer science at Georgetown University. In addition to his academic research, he writes articles and blog posts on the intersection of digital technology and culture. Deep work involves professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration for extended periods. This degree of concentration helps you push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, strength and skills. The opposite of deep work is shallow work. It is about focusing on one particular task that requires intense mental effort for a long time. On the other hand, shallow work is the kind of task that requires little mental effort and can be done while doing other activities. Part 1, The Idea. Chapter 1, Deep Work is Valuable. 2 core abilities for thriving in the new economy. 1. The ability to quickly master hard things. 2. The ability to produce at an elite level, in terms of both quality and speed. These 2 abilities depend on your ability to do deep work. High-quality work produced equals time spent, x, intensity of focus. Chapter 2, Deep Work is Rare. The principle of least resistance. In a business setting, without clear feedback on the impact of various behaviors to the bottom line, we will tend toward behaviors that are easiest in the moment. Busyness is proxy for productivity. In the absence of clear indicators of what it means to be productive and valuable in their jobs, many knowledge workers turn back toward an industrial indicator of productivity, doing lots of stuff in a visible manner. Chapter 3, Deep Work is Meaningful. The more flow experiences that occur in a given week, the higher the subject's life satisfaction. Deep work is an activity well suited to generate a flow state, and as we just learned, flow generates happiness. You don't need a rarefied job, you need instead a rarefied approach to your work. Part 2, The Rules. Rule number 1, work deeply. You have a finite amount of willpower that becomes depleted as you use it. The key to developing a deep work habit is to move beyond good intentions and add routines and rituals to your working life, designed to minimize the amount of your limited willpower necessary to transition into and maintain a state of unbroken concentration. The monastic philosophy of deep work scheduling. This philosophy attempts to maximize deep efforts by eliminating shallow obligations. And the bulk of their professional success comes from doing this one thing exceptionally well. The bimodal philosophy of deep work. This philosophy asks that you divide your time, dedicating some defined stretches to deep pursuits. The rhythmic philosophy. This philosophy argues that the easiest way to consistently transform them into a simple regular habit. The journalistic philosophy. Any time you can find some free time, you switch into deep work mode and hammer away. The granted gesture. A tool for encouraging deep work where you radically change your environment, invest significant effort or money. At the end of the workday, shut down your consideration of work issues until the next morning. This is necessary to reset your mind. This should be tied to a shutdown ritual which ensures you have a step-by-step plan in place to complete the next part of the project. Rule number 2, Embrace boredom. Instead of scheduling the occasional break from distraction so you can focus, or give occasional break from focus to give in to distraction, schedule in advance when you'll use the internet, and then avoid it altogether outside these times. Rule number 3, Quit social media. You should quit social media and begin evaluating the network tools you use much more strictly. The any benefit approach to network tool selection. You're justified in using a network tool if you can identify possible benefit to its use. The craftsman approach to tool selection. Identify the core factors that determine happiness in your professional and personal life. The law of the vital few. In many settings, 80% of a given effect is due to just 20% of the possible causes. Schedule every minute of your day. To accomplish deep work, you must treat your time with respect, and this is a good first step. Rule number 4. Drain the shallows for shallow activities. Batch them in small groups, 2 to 3 per day. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. Author and Professor Cal Newport coined the term on his popular blog Study Hacks. Deep work will make you better at what you do. This was the tip of the iceberg. To dive into the details, order the book or get the audiobook for free on Amazon.